mark, but it's just a dirty spot on the monitor that I did not know until my face landed there. Hi, everybody!
Oh, hi!
So, hello, people of the future, and hello, people of right now. Let me get on the shout-outs for right now. I must find my mouse. I'm going to say hello to Seth Ashley, Cobwebs and Candlesticks, fresh back from MHC.
Hey.
Larry Hughes, Tutwork Studios, Anox on the Moon. Mitch Galloway, Jason Rivera. I was ground working his eyeball just moments ago.
Hey.
That sounds really weird out of context. And hello, John C., Poison Sumac, Ross Richard, Sonny Moore Lawrence. Hello?
Yeah.
I don't know who you are, Sonny Moore Lawrence, but hello.
We get a beast man fist bump because you're new.
That's right. I hope you're not a jerk. We'll find out. You know, we don't know each other. Let's get to know each other. Anyway, so now I say hey to Pops on the Tube, Grey House Haunts, June Ritchie, Patricia Hogarty, Larry Hughes,
What up, Patty?
Rylan Burdette, and Edson Glutes. I think, yes, Edson Glutes, Buster Mack, and then, here's the last couple, okay? Chad Smith, Mary Jordan, and yeah, that's it. Oh, we're like in a weird font. What is that?
Are
Is
we?
that Comic Sans? That looks weird to me.
I think that's the normal font.
I think it's the angle that I'm watching the TV.
I think it is a distinct possibility.
Because I'm way lower than normal. Why don't you go to the other cam, not tripod cam, but the other one?
Phone
Which
cam.
currently is pointed at nothing.
It's not actually the phone cam. It's a phone cam of lies.
Right.
John C. says the beard's looking good. Robert White says hello, Alan.
Hello. Okay, so look, so these are some masks that we worked on this past week or so. This is all one order that we're about to get out the door. The beard's looking a little crazy, more so than good, but I appreciate your kindness. I hope the weird noise is not too loud. We have a lot of fans on and blowers and stuff in the shop as normal.
I don't know how it is where y'all are, but it's hot here.
Yes. It's getting hot in here. I'll leave on all my clothes.
Please, for the love of God.
That's right.
We're keeping our OnlyFans, literally OnlyFans. Hello, John C. Robert White, hello. Howdy.
Hello, Walt White.
Cobweb says, love the gray on the orc. Thanks.
That is a very light green. It's a greenish gray. And I think Stacy painted that pretty much from the ground up.
I did. That one's a mean ass.
I did a little bit of shading, I think.
He instructed and he went back over everything with the shadow gray.
Right.
Poison Sumac says, feed Miss Seymour.
I didn't go over everything with the shadow gray.
Well,
But I just did the shadow.
Crevasses.
You know what? These masks, these are so fun. I love these guys. And they're so like practical for anybody who has, I can't see what it can see, like glasses or something, because like my whole face is ready to go.
Sonny Moore Lawrence is from Quebec, Montreal. Great mission in Quebec. Quebec.
What about Quebec?
Oh, doing a Letterkenny bit. Anyway, that's where Sonny Moore Lawrence is from.
Okay,
Welcome, our Canadian friend.
see my flip top head? Go to the
Yep,
other,
yep.
that cam. Yes, see it? There. Oh, this is dirty.
Feed Miss Seymour.
I must clean you.
Clean Me Seymour sounds way different.
See my eyes in here?
Rylan Burdette says awesome plant monsters.
I love these things.
Well done getting the zip tie on there.
Rue did that.
Oh.
I made him do it yesterday.
John C. says, do you use air scrubbers or OnlyFans?
Yes, but I think that was just him wanting to type OnlyFans. We used both.
because Texas is hot.
Sandy says, new to this, just wanted to say hi. I'm a huge fan of your work. Beth.
Hi. Thank you, Sandy.
Sandy, you're going to be spending too.
That's right. She's just giving those away.
Yep.
I wasn't even consulted.
I'm wild with power.
You are. You're drunk with it.
Cobweb says it's like a guar mask. Hauntings by Design says hello from Meadowlark Haunt.
Hello, Meadowlark Haunt. That sounds lovely.
It does sound nice.
I would like to be haunted by a meadowlark, please.
I would like to haunt in a meadow.
No.
No?
Chiggers.
Chiggers? No.
Ticks. In Texas, we got fire ants.
Fair.
You don't want no meadow.
Fair. Conceptually, I like
Right.
meadow.
You like the idea of meadow haunting.
I would like a cottage core haunted house, please. Thank you. Didn't realize I was on camera. Hi.
Oh, hey, you're on camera.
I'm on camera.
You're peeking out behind a gnome hat. Which I want to momentarily use a strap-on here.
Calm it down there.
I know what I meant.
I said what I said.
Eat.
Masato K says, so good to see you guys. Hi,
Masato, hey, it's been so long.
What up, buddy?
Hey, how's it going? Hope things are good. Hope things are great with art stuff.
Doing all the arty goodness.
Okay, so that holds that on. I'm a little low because it's hard to do by yourself.
Hauntings by Design says, my son wants to know if you put the Beastman can with your collection.
I did! Okay, see, this is why the gnome has to be a little higher up. Oh, and his hair's not on the hat.
Yeah, I'm on
The
it.
hair is also a blending thing.
I set it up over here and then you put me on the track instead.
That's what I do.
It's ready. The glue gun is locked and loaded.
Oh no, I'm sorry, you got the Rona.
Oh no, Masato.
I wish you a swift recovery, sir.
Cat Swift says, anybody else hold your breath while he moves the table?
I did.
Made me nervous.
Really, once you get this guy set up for you, you don't have to do it anymore. Kaylee has been strapping these, and she's a little excited about Velcro. So this strap is like 3 times longer than it needs to be.
You want to throw it down?
Not yet. That sounds like a customer problem. Yeah. Now once the hair is on, that runs around my edge of my shoulders.
Here. Masato says, I got all my shots, so I'm okay. I'm glad to hear that, Masato.
This is my gnome dance.
Oh,
This is
where are your boots at?
what I have for gnomage. Yeah, so this gnome is for an order.
Hardcore Hillman. Us two cobwebs. We are also glad Sato is not in a terrible way.
This is difficult. Like I'm stroking my beard. If I were any shorter, stroking my beard would be mildly inappropriate.
Great House Haunt says, love the gnome. John C says, did you sell some gnomes at the show?
We sold many gnomes at the show. Many gnomes.
Oh no. Cobweb says, I lost a childhood buddy to COVID pneumonia 3 days after getting home from Transworld.
It is no joke.
Hey,
While
should I give you that hat so I can put some hair on?
modernly,
Currently, at the moment.
the virus going around is not quite as strong.
This goes about an inch in.
Let's look at it together. Yeah, do that much, inch and a half.
Inch and a half.
Business card width.
And you're doing exactly right. Fold it with the back to the back seam,
Yep.
and then go.
This is not my first gnome hair.
That's probably true.
Yeah, COVID is definitely,
The worst?
yeah,
0 stars.
like changed. It has changed the world in so many ways. Here's a sweet loincloth for a giant. It's a tiny loincloth. I feel like I should wear this to a Brazilian beach. Something. There's no underwear in space. Yeah, that's the guy with the big tusks over there. Here are his stilt covers. Stilt covers for said giant. Here are his bracers.
Cobweb said it sucked. Can't bear to go see his parents. Then I lost my dad the next day. It was not a great week. So sorry to hear that, Cobwebs.
Give him a Beastman fist bump.
There you go.
Punch his troubles away. And these are hooves that attach to an actor's calves. This is for a ground pan costume. Gnome has the hat. You're working on the hat with the hair.
Yep.
Gnome hands are over here. Check.
Trisha Hogarty says, ha ha ha, loincloth, love it. Well, his loins need to be clothed. Clothed. Cobweb says it's okay, I worked through my rage issues.
Okay. I would need someone to attach it with Velcro to the back. And I'm probably the biggest boy who's ever going to be in these shoulders. But I really like how the green paint turned out on
Yeah, it's nice.
the brown fur.
Edson Glute says, so how's Alan and Miss Stacy doing? Technically I know Mrs.
I'm doing great. I'm doing very well. We're working. We're plugging away.
Getting stuff made.
I have some sweet axe and smash of demolition shoulder pads. Who knows who those guys are? It's been a long time. Feed Me Seymour. That
Feed me Seymour.
they must be a little late. They have. Let's find the lag. There it is.
Hauntings by Design said it was nice to see you all at MHC.
Yes.
I
It
wish
was
I
nice.
could have been there.
It was nice. It was nice to be seen. We made Stacy stay home because she was bad that week, so we just didn't let her go. You know, you've got
It's
to
a sad, sad family.
you gotta be nice to other people, or else you're not allowed to go on the trips.
He did get some good work done while it was gone. Ross Richard says WWF Tag Champs.
That's right. Accents like those. Those are the guys that I really liked when I was a kid. I liked them. My favorite wrestler though was Kamala the Ugandan Giant. I just liked him. I don't know. Okay.
Masato said love Axe and Smash and Demolition.
That's right. That's a wrestling tag team from before you were born.
Yeah.
Maybe before you were born.
My WWF WWE knowledge is marginal, and largely because I dated several dudes who were into that, and so I got to hear them expound on it at length.
This is the suit that goes with, just a slightly greened up suit to go with the giant. So it has the shoulder pads on it, the loincloth is on it, it has the forearms, but it's a nice muscle suit.
We're cracking up on by design. Edson Glute says, did you know that your AC/heat for the shop is a fan button if you leave it on like 4, not using fans.
Edson, what state do you live in? Because a fan on 4 doesn't do a lot of great good here in Texas.
Oh my gosh, Cobweb says Kamala had his legs amputated due to diabetes.
He did, and then he died later. But yes, he had no legs in a wheelchair for a while. I think he lived in like North Carolina.
Said British Bulldogs.
I remember the British Bulldogs.
Ross Richard says I could see a medieval Dracula wearing those shoulder pads.
They're a little beefy for Dracula. I like a more svelte Dracula.
Edson Boot says George the Animal and Junkyard were my favorites.
Yeah, George the Animal Steel was pretty awesome. What is this? Stacy, who are these covers for?
Those covers are for the Plant Monster.
Aha, the Stilt Plant Monster.
Stilt Plant Monster.
Yes. Great, and thank you.
Well done.
When we get big orders like this, a big part of it, honestly, is just making sure that everything is here and everything is set up.
And the Plant Monster Triffid is in that box over there.
Yes. Actually, we're going to go with briar hands for this, for the Plant Monster Triffid. So I'll get a pair of those painted.
Now, we trimmed this guy up. Does he get a round Plant Monster?
Yes. Wait.
Check the list. Is there something that we need? Casper says, my daughter's middle name is Kamala from The Prophet, but sadly she was born just as Kamala the Ugandan wrestler came on the scene. Timing. Edson Booth says, I'm Colorado, silly guy. It's just as hot here instead of auto.
It is not just as hot here. Colorado
I do
is.
beg to differ, yeah.
Yeah. Like when you think of Colorado, you don't think of cactuses and tumbleweeds and desert.
Onyx by Design said, you should make one of your shirts you sell in OSHA orange.
Ground plant creature.
Okay, so I guess you don't need those.
Well, I will.
For something else.
We will soon. Yes.
Cobweb says JYD was the bomb.
Junkyard dog.
Chase Perry waved high.
Hi, Chase Perry.
Masato cases, I remember when The Undertaker first came on the scene.
I do too. When he was brand new, he was a baby.
So that is what I recall, The Undertaker.
Still Blue Witch, still Giant. We have still
You're
Giant.
gonna toss me one of their resin impregnated sticks.
Oh, yes. Black? Are you using black?
No, this is the resin. The clear, beefy ones.
Well, the stiff black are resin impregnated too.
Oh, I did not know. Probably
Tell it when you smell it.
Probably will need the one.
Just in case.
All right.
You never know when you're going to need 30 glue sticks.
That's
for no
true.
reason.
Onyx by Design says, okay, what about Jake the Snake?
I remember him, yes. And what didn't Jimmy Hart, like, he was started? No, Paul Bearer was the guy with the Undertaker.
Paul Bearer, yeah.
Paul Bearer was with the Undertaker, yes.
Because what a name, I mean, of course.
And he had an urn.
That's
It was a much bigger shtick than it is now.
Yeah.
And I was like, yep, that guy. They called me Undertaker.
Edson Glute says, should I show you pictures of cactus interwoven with tumbleweeds? I'm in southern Colorado.
Yeah, which is still higher than the northernmost part of Texas.
Tuber Studios in here bragging. He says, up here in Maine, low 40s tonight.
Well, I can swim in my pool naked, ha-ha!
Cobweb says, I always loved Coco Beware, too.
Okay, so I've got a fan.
Onyx by Design says, yep. Cobweb says, Jake Roberts started as a referee.
Yeah, no, it's on. It's doing this thing.
For which we are thankful.
Oh look, a werewolf. Haven't done one of those in like 5 days. time in the city.
Hot times in the city.
Do you want to go to the other camp? You have. You did it. Trim that tooth up a little bit.
Yeah, he janky. Also, I couldn't find the silver, the ones we like,
Silver what?
the shears.
These?
I swear. Rylan Burdett says werewolf? Question mark?
Yeah. Yep. He's a werewolf.
It's a me, a werewolf. A werewolf. Here, I'm gonna come fix you.
Rylan has a werewolf coming.
Oh yeah?
Yes.
Telework
It's-
Studios says, here's an old wrestler, Haystacks Calhoun.
That's way old. Like, yes, that's a very old wrestler.
The only reference I have for Haystack Calhoun is from the novel Stephen King's It. Because one of the characters likes Haystack Calhoun.
That was my mother's favorite wrestler.
Edson Glued says, actually Paul Bearer was actually a mortician.
What did I say he was?
Alright. Any hook hair on here. Masato K says, oh wow. Gnome hair. Come together with your gnome. Anything else you need to talk to them forward?
No.
Okay. I'll unplug it. Put these back.
I helped.
You helped. Well done, you.
Rylan Burdett is actually coming to Monster Camp
Hey,
and is picking up Werewolf there.
that's exciting. Edson Glued says, no, a real mortician before wrestling.
Oh,
That's pretty cool.
that sounds like part of a lie. Like I
Is
just
that the shtick?
like even now like wrestling trivia, I don't even trust wrestling trivia
Yeah.
because I don't trust wrestling. And nor should you, by the way.
What is it, kayfabe?
Huh?
What is it, kayfabe?
I don't know what kayfabe is.
It's like the story, the lie of wrestling.
Oh, I know. I see. You're past it than me. If they were close to monsters, then I dug it. There was a big like giant guy who wore like a weird hairsuit, and he was cool.
Rylan Burdett says, yay, Monster Camp. I had to look it up because I wanted to make sure I was like not talking out of my butt. Kayfabe is in professional wrestling, the fact or convention of presenting stage performances as genuine or authentic.
Yes.
Listen, having weird or obscure vocab, kind of my jam.
It is. It's what I do.
Cobweb says kayfabe is lying on air.
Believe it or not, I'm walking on air.
And thought I could be so creepy. Now I kind of want to see like that in the background of like a professional wrestling montage. For every big like leap they do in the air off the turnbuckle or whatever.
There was a time when I was young and spry that did such things.
Yeah.
No more. Now I'm unspry. And you know what? We're not watching movies. We just turn this other light on.
That's true.
I'm like, why is it dark over here? Because it's dark over here.
Well, you see, what happened was
sometimes when the lights are out, it gets darker.
Ben Hernandez says, "Hey, Alan and Stacy, what's up, Creeper fam?
Hello, hello, hello.
Howdy, howdy, howdy." Hi, Ben Hernandez.
Am I on screen even?
Yeah, enough that they can see your face and see what you're doing.
Great. I guess you could pip it, but I can move a camera around and you could pip it.
All right, you are pipped.
Pip it.
Pip it
Shape.
too. Shape it up. Yeah, it's true.
Don't look behind.
Whoa.
And you know what? Okay, so we haven't mentioned this, but Stan is in the other room.
Oh, that's right. Should we
We haven't had Stan on air in a while.
see if he's got fancy
But Stan
socks?
is working on laser stuff. Laser stuff. There.
Yeah, there. So you were pretty busy at NHC, yeah?
I was ridiculous busy.
Yeah.
Yes.
How did the show floor look in comparison to previous years?
It was a bigger show floor than Milwaukee,
Yeah.
for sure. We did better sales than Milwaukee.
Nice.
I told Jen Braverman that I appreciate her very much. I'm never going back to Milwaukee for a show. So there's that. Because the whole time I was there, it was Milwaukee.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
The whole time.
but it was decent. It was decent.
That's awesome. Cat Swift says, "Yay, Stan!"
I might be able to make some new stuff for next year at MHC.
Ooh.
Booth-wise, like I felt a little blown out of the water by Cobwebs and some other folks because
Well, sure.
they were gearing up for MHC, and we were still very much recovering from Transworld.
Mm-hmm. Cobweb says sharks with lasers on their head. Producer Hogarty says basement remodel is done. I'm opening boxes of art materials and supplies and have been in storage for a year. It's like
Awesome.
Christmas, everything I've been wanting.
Hooray! I love that.
Yeah, that's pretty
That's so great. I'm excited for you. Having a space to make things is huge.
is the best.
And I find that the space that you make things in, like, determines, like, for a business, like, I moved into a shop that was 5 times bigger than my last shop, and now I'm selling 5 times more things, you know?
Because the
Just-
5 times more people in here.
Yeah, what works, like, yeah. It's just, it's neat. It's neat how that works.
Michelle Tromps says, "Yay, a werewolf. Hello, all."
Yes, this is a moving jaw werewolf, so there's 2 pieces to it. And we'll put a cowl on it here after a while.
I was not able to locate that.
I'm sure I put it somewhere safe.
Yeah, I bet.
You gave it to me when I was standing over here.
Yeah.
I definitely was standing over here.
Is
What's
it
that?
This?
I bet it is. You found it.
I found it. I'm helping you. Yep, sure enough.
Gerb.
Cobweb says, "Aw, damn, gotta drive home. Good night and peace to all." Good night, Cobweb.
Good night, sir.
Drive safe. Stan is probably in there going, "What have you done to this laser?"
Well, I used it.
A lot.
Within an inch of its life, I've used it. I did clean off the mirror, though.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I was getting, like, reduced laser power.
Yeah, which is not good.
So I
In fact,
said,
that's
I
bad.
bet the mirror's dirty. And it was.
Oh, thank you, Brenda Bodwin.
Brenda Bodwin's back.
Super chatted us $5.
Hello, Brenda. good to see you on
With her peeping.
in a weird and interesting way. I am blackerating this werewolf. He will be the blackest of werewolves.
Black as night. Black as coal.
Black as night, black as pitch, blacker than the heart of the foulest witch. That is Blix from the movie Legend.
Nice. Gosh, I haven't watched that hot minute.
He spoke in rhyme.
Speaking of rhyme is awesome.
And so, like, I had a, you know, because when that came out, I was pretty darn young.
Yeah.
And I had this moment of crisis because it's like, wait, I love that character. That's played by a girl? like really, like that was my, and I'm like, well, it's still really cool.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like I got over that pretty quick.
Nice.
Like, I had no idea that was a girl.
There was like this conversation that we had in school that I had an unlikely ally in. We were talking about how like talking in rhyme all of the time must be really like exhausting and like too hard for anybody to actually do. And it was like, so I grew up in a like all white area, and the one black kid in school with me
Sure.
was like on my side when I was like, no, that's totally doable. And he's like, yeah, man, look at Snoop Dogg. Like he does it all the
shizzle.
time. It's like, it's called freestyling.
I think you could, and I think if more people thought about what they said before they said it, the world would be a better place.
So agreed. But also, like, I write iambic pentameter for fun.
Gross.
Before, some years before I started working here, when Shannon was still queen at Fair, I won tickets on Valentine's Day, writing a sonnet from the king to queen in iambic pentameter.
Nice. Nerd.
Yep, that is
That's great.
100% hardcore nerd.
But you're a nerd with an English degree.
That's right. And to be fair, almost every single other entry was like jokes about cutting off her head. And it was like, you know, this is supposed to be romantic, guys. Like, it's a Valentine's Day.
Hey, depends on what you're into, all right? You get these little turntables, Lazy Susans. What did Susan do? Like, she had to be terrible. But, so I get these Lazy Susans from Amazon, and I buy lots of them.
Is this your way?
Yeah. I want to have what I need. You know?
Here.
Now I get a shoot 'em up hot gun.
Shoot 'em up hot gun.
There's only one of these in this drawer. I know I have 5.
I know, I'm like,
They're
many
here.
exist.
Who could it be? Believe it or not, it's just me. Still stuck on that.
Yep. Rylan Burdett says, I need to log off now. Tomorrow is my last day of work before I start my road trip out to Texas.
That's awesome. Where are you driving from?
South Carolina.
All right, you travel safe.
Ben Hernandez says, when you created the mold for that werewolf, was it difficult to pick out all that clay, especially for that having a long snout and teeth?
I use wet clay, so I use a power washer, and the power washer gets it right out. I do kind of miss having room here.
Yeah, me too. You know, we'll get all these cameras set up in our massive amounts of spare time.
That's the thing. All right, so the gray paint is not over here. I thought the gray was over there. This is very clearly the black.
We are. Maybe on your desk?
This is other black. Right, it's over here. I was wrong. The kitchen doored it. Yeah, I mostly use water-based clay, wed, and because I use wed, my life is easy. You want me to give the edge of the mask here a swipe? This back edge?
Catswip says, my OCD is killing me. I know the mask will have a cowl, but could you give the edge of a mask a quick swipe of black? He refuses.
You'll have to know it's there. Like, this is the back edge, too. Like,
Only because he nerves you.
yeah, this is so under fur. No one will ever see this.
The entire thing.
But see this spot right here? I'm going to leave that spot. I got all this. All this is fixed.
He's
But that-
so mean.
That inch and a half right there, that's just going to stay forever.
Catswip, please, please, please.
I helped you. I did some. I did like most of that's done now, except for this bit. Oh, it looks like it catches light so well. It's glinty. All right. Enough torturing the audience. Why do you guys like me? I'm like legit a terrible person sometimes. Not I don't feel bad enough for you to go back and fix it, but I just want to make the note.
Cat said, thank you so much, kind sir. Oh no! Brenda Bottom says the back edge needed the love. The 1.5 inches needs it too.
If you're working with 1.5 inches, then you do need love. And I'm dry brushing, I'm going across all of this detail. I'm not going with the detail. So if these wrinkles run this way, I'm dry brushing this way. And that way my black lines stay black. Work on my upper palate.
It's a very developed upper palate. Mass
So-
Slasher says, hello, friends.
Hello, Mass Slasher. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you on. You have a cabinet crawler. Is that his name? Is that correct? That looks very much like a mouse we all know and love. think that's a very fun piece. Very weird.
I feel like you always accomplish such a wetter dry brush than I do. You always have to tell me to go back and do another layer. I got it too light.
Well, I mean, I'm going to do another layer on this one.
Yeah.
I've been dry brushing a long time.
Just a minute.
Yeah.
A little while.
So much more than a minute. And a lot of folks, one issue that they do is they get it on there and then they spread it around.
Oh, yeah.
And if you want more paint on there, then you don't want to. Whenever you run the paintbrush over it, you're actually just thinning what you have. You're not adding paint. Working to get this to the color density that I want. Yeah, there's something to be said for like the brush and the paint doing what you want.
Yeah.
And that's working with the same kind of paint for a long time,
Yeah.
working with the same brushes, you know, and that's one reason why I use the same things over and over. I use
Yeah.
these and I use the blue 1/2-inch brushes because I get to know them, I know what they can do, and I know what it takes to get done with those pieces.
Yeah, there's definitely something to be said for having a lot of opportunities to use the same tool over and over. Like, I'm much more comfortable with the Dremel now after
Yeah.
having used it a lot.
Yeah, you're a little Dremel skirt.
Yeah, well, it made me nervous. Today I took off about half the fingernail.
Nice. And it still wasn't that big of a
It
deal.
still wasn't that big of a deal.
But you still have a whole other half a fingernail.
That's true.
Do not ask what your Dremel can do for you. Ask what body part you can sacrifice to your Dremel. Pretty sure that's what the president meant.
Yeah, that seems legit.
So now I'm going to do another dry brush on this, but lighter. We'll take that same gray, which is what I call this. This is Toon Gray. And I'm going to get some white
Wait.
and mix it in. Which is osteo white. And I'll do these about 50-50.
Just giving you a 15-minute warning.
15 till 10?
Yep.
Okay.
Edson Glutz says, Alan and crew, thank you for going live. We've all missed you all.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to get back on schedule. You're going to see us doing a lot of like you're going to be like, oh, great, they're making another gnome. But we are going to, you know, sometimes I don't want to bore you guys, you know, but I do think I need to be live.
Mass Slasher says, yep, I'm excited to finish it, but I need to convert it to a wearable version, and I'm trying to figure out a way to cut out the eyes but not take too much away from the current look.
Send me a picture again. I've been doing a lot of stuff with eyes lately.
Yarp.
And that's one of the great things about me doing Monster Camp. I'm learning so much.
Yeah.
Because I'm having to figure out how 8 different eyes work, you know. And some solutions that we have, you work great, and others are like, oh, we got to modify this a bit. And then in that is a learning opportunity. I think a lot of it is just allowing the people at Monster Camp to see how much I freaking wing it. And then that makes them comfortable enough to wing it when they're alone.
Stone Farmer says, hey from California.
It's been a while there, Stone Farmer.
Says my feed actually showed up during the stream and not the following day.
Wow. You're no longer a person of the future.
You're a person of the present,
Right.
and that is a gift.
You're in the now. Okay, now that's lighter. The dark gray is still there. Some of the black is still there. But there is a gray in there too. Wait, I just figured it out. Ryland said they were going to log out because it was their last night of work. Were they at work and they logged out to leave? Or did
I
they?
don't know. Unclear.
So many years ago, I was a stay-at-home haunter guy. But that was my job. And I started playing WoW with some friends. And I get on there and there's a bunch of my friends on. I'm like, what are you guys doing on? Aren't you supposed to be at work? And someone messaged me like, no. We just all do it well. Because I've never had a job where I could do that. That's never been a thing.
Ben Hernandez says, Alan, do you have a video of you sculpting this werewolf head? I just saw a video of you doing the bottom jaw opening.
Yes, the whole werewolf is on the interwebs.
Caroline Boland says, hello everyone, it was nice seeing you all at MHC.
Yes! Hooray!
Mass Slasher says, I probably should have figured that out while I was sculpting, but unfortunately I used the I'll figure it out later method.
That's a good method though, it lets you not limit your sculpture. Sometimes, you put limitations on yourself in order to make molding easy or to make it more wearable, and that's okay. That's if you're making it like a mask. I'm very mask first when I'm working, so I think about it being a mask first, and a lot of people are sculpture first.
Horror Beauty says, hello creepers and crew, missed you all and hope all is well. What
Hello,
creepiness
Horror
is
Beauty.
happening tonight?
We are here. I'm just painting up a werewolf. You know how it goes.
I think the last time we were live, last week, Horror Beauty had just finished up a run, a race.
Could be.
I want to say she posted a picture. I think I saw it on the book face.
She's a healthy lady.
It's true.
I don't run so good. We dwarves are natural sprinters. We're wasted on cross country.
I can run if I'm being chased.
The only thing that I don't like about the Lord of the Rings trilogy, right?
Yeah.
I really think that Gimli should have taken down a Mumakil by himself, because they let Legolas do it.
Yeah.
And my friend Dan is like, how could he have done it? Like, he's a dwarf with an axe. You have to be creative.
Yeah.
He could have commandeered a wagon and drove the wagon under the Mumakil's leg. And then, then it's wearing Mumakil roller skates. And that, hilarity ensues. Dead Mumakil.
Now, what
2
is the
minutes of
Mumakil?
destruction later. It's the giant elephant, basically, with 4
yeah,
tusks.
yeah.
And the baskets of dudes on their backs.
Horror Beauty says, just finished a full marathon. Hey, I'm a slow runner, but I run. Congrats, Horror Beauty. That's awesome.
If I were a runner, my nickname would be the Glacier, which will tell you how fast I would run. Okay, I think my gray base is done for this werewolf. You see I have a gradation of color.
So gradiated.
I feel ingradiated for this werewolf. Now I'm going to go to his palette with some magenta.
Magenta.
One day.
Amanda Mays says, hello, friends.
Hello, Amanda Mays. play the game. Is it crusty? It's a little crusty.
Be ye crusty.
I call it. It'll work. A lot of spots on my bust to run my paint out here. Most of this that I'm doing, I'm dry brushing, so I don't want my brush really loaded up. There's all this paint all over my bust I'm painting on.
Tina Boderin says hi, everyone.
Hi! Okay. And while I still have magenta on the brush, but not a lot, I'm going around the eye. It's just kind of like I'm cleaning the brush off with it. I don't want to put a ton on there.
Brendan Boderin says it's not about how fast you run, it's about not giving up and crossing the finish line.
Oh, never doubt my willingness to quit.
Ben Hernandez says, I love playing your videos while I'm making stuff or while working from home. I like how you keep it real and genuine when you explain things. No beating around the bush. My kind of people.
Well, I try. You know, we're all making stuff. All I can try and do is help. So one of the first things I do when I wake up, I do some stretches of my feet and my back a bit while I'm laying in bed still. And I will pull out the phone and see who messaged me while I was sleeping with needs help making stuff or figured something out or whatever. I help a lot of people while I'm naked. Probably shouldn't have said it that way, but that's how it goes down.
Oh, no.
You ask me a question in the middle of the night, that's probably what happened.
Things I did.
You got an answer early in the morning. That's how it went. Just so you know. Again, I'll put a little bit on that lip. I'll just kind of wipe it away. Just give that lip a little color. Wait. Tell them a story.
Tell them a story.
Yes.
What story do you want them to hear? So, one of the perks of both coming to a summer monster camp and also working in the shop during the summer is that occasionally he will call it early and say, let's go get in the pool. So my swimsuit lives in my car during the summer because I am an eternal optimist. And I figure at some point someone's going to say, hey, let's go get in the insert body of water here. And I'm like, yes, let's do it. So last week, when it was just me and Kaylee and Hallie in the shop, one evening, we called them early, and we went and got in the pool. Shannon brought us cocktails, and it was really nice. And if you were coming down for the next monster camp around the bed, I would say bring your swimsuit, because that might be a thing that could happen to you too. And Hallie's back.
What could happen to you?
Could get in the pool.
Yes.
If you're here for monster camp, you could potentially be in the pool.
Right. And here we have a very rare, a stand sighting.
It's a stand sighting.
Ooh. Yep, that's Stan.
Ben Hernandez says, "What's your number, Alan?" Just kidding.
Well,
He says, "Love the honesty."
hey, that's how it goes.
It's on the Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Facebook Messenger, like that's everybody watch your stuff. There's a
Mind
cord.
the gap.
Bruce not here, so I'm a little crazy with my cord management.
It's true because we can.
Stop.
Stan has been lasering the Stilt Beast logo onto
Such laser.
mass
So much
sculpting
laser.
Much
headforms.
flow.
Such laser.
But it smells really good in there,
Yeah.
because when you laser wood, it smells delicious. Laser wood was my dancing name in college.
And here I thought it was Chunky Duncan.
That's my dancing name now.
Ben Hernandez says, "What up, Stan?" Horror Beauty says, "Hey, Stan."
How's it going?
I switched over to one of those cameras, but they both pointed at your.
Well,
They've got 3
Mr.
minutes.
Lazenwood.
2 minutes. Big Dan Tattooer says hello.
Hey.
Hello.
hey, Big Dan.
What up, Big Dan?
Man, the heat down.
I don't think I have enough of this color.
Which color?
Nutmeg.
Yeah, there's 2 cans up there, I think.
That is a lot.
You want to bet?
No. But they weren't put back exactly where they should have been.
I bet you're correct.
So I'm just going to use a different color where the can is full.
Well, all right.
I have options.
Good to have options. Horror Beauty says, "Going good? Shouldn't complain." Oh, I gotta give those a little mist.
Yeah. These are the new Thorn gloves.
Yeah.
Aren't those fun?
Very thorny.
I don't know if I'll fit
In
in
a
a
large.
large. Large is like my limit. That's the smallest glove I can fit into.
Brenda Bogman says, "Don't you have gators in your waters down there?" Yes, you do. Nope,
Yes.
not going in them. Well, not in the pool. And if I'm far enough out into a lake, I'll be all right.
Yeah, so these are our new gloves that are thorny.
So thorny. Trisha Hogarty says, "If you're here for Monster Camp, you can potentially get a cocktail." Woo!
That's very true.
It's true. Wolf's Den Creation says, "Hello, everyone. Long time no see."
Hello, Wolves Den. Good to see you.
Mind your no
Odor
hat.
spray?
No face,
Ah, it's fine. That's a forest gnome anyway.
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, it's going right over there, isn't it? It's almost
We're
like
in the convergence of multiple fans here. This is my Dremel vortex. I have one fan behind me over here. I have one fan right there. This fan pushes the air conditioning at me. This fan blows the dust away from my face. It's a perfect...
you have a system.
I have a system. This is like the ideal spot to sit and Dremel.
Here's a simple painted pair, a little green, a little brown of these. Well, I have a hard time with this. I like the hooky one on the thumb. Like
Yeah,
that was
that was my...
that was a good choice.
I chose my placement intentionally.
I think this is a scary critter.
Yeah.
Blah.
I did basically this exact thing, but with like actual sticks on gloves for like one of the very first the trail hunt I did.
That sounds less comfortable.
It was definitely less comfortable and way more unwieldy. They were super long, but really effective. They had one of those really tight tree lines
Mm-hmm.
that was just up against the road, and then behind it there was like nothing. So I put a guy, at least 1 foot one through, it was Tony, behind those trees with the gloves on, like
Right.
just so he could reach up.
That's all he had to do.
That was all I had to do. It worked.
Listen,
really
just do
well.
this. Just do that.
Your only job.
Wolf's Den
Yeah.
Creations is so excited I'm working on a new Halloween and cosplay project.
Awesome.
Nice.
Trisha Hogarty says, I love the gloves.
I think the thorn gloves are my favorite now.
They're pretty good. Sandy says, hey Alan, how much would it cost to hire you to come to my Halloween haunted house in Tucson?
Well, if you want me to do actor training, it's $2,000 for the weekend. But I am booked up for this year, I am afraid.
However, B Team's only on one solo excursion.
It is
so-
possible you could have, which we can't call you the B team, like alternate instructors.
The non-Allens.
The
Yeah.
alternate instructors, who would be Rue and Stacy,
We're
could
pretty
come
good.
out.
We're pretty good.
Yeah, they're. I mean, they train my people at Dark Hour, so obviously I kind of like what they're doing. But if it's to come just like work, like normal, then that would be more.
How about you just come visit? Go through the show.
Sadly, it's the same per weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's 10 and 3.
Yeah, I hit, I don't know, 4 or 5 haunted houses every season, doing stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
It's
Big deal. Yeah.
Well, like, there are some people in the haunt industry who think I'm an actor training guy, and that's all that I do. And they have me come and do actor training. There are others who think I'm a makeup guy, and I go there and I do makeup training.
Yeah.
There are others who think I'm a haunt consultant, and they have me walk through, and we have meetings, or I train their managers or whatever. So it depends on how they like came across me,
Yeah.
is what they think I do for haunted houses.
Or if you're just a dark hour working, you're doing all that anyway.
Right. Yeah, I dig these.
Yeah, it turned out cool.
Very spiny.
Indeed.
I think I have turned Sandy off. Sorry, Sandy.
Disconnected.
Oh, we also do have quite a bit of lag.
If I'm ever in Tucson, I might just swing by. But Tucson sounds like a place I would go to on purpose.
Yeah. I feel like it might be difficult to accidentally end up in Tucson from here.
I don't even go to Austin like once a year.
Poison Sumac says those gloves are really gnarly.
Yes,
Yeah, they are.
in the gnarly sense.
Cora Beauty says you are a man of many talents.
I've just been in the same business for a long time, and it requires a few different skill sets. It is now 10 o'clock, though. It's actually 10:05.
Yeah. Brandon
And
Marshall says hello, just in time to say goodbye.
I'm sorry, Brandon. We're about to leave. Brandon has a project that we're going to be working on.
Sandy says I was just kidding. I just wanted you to come hang out so I can say Alan came to my house for Halloween.
Well, I would love to. If I ever get fired from my job, then I will show up.
Fired?
Right? Yeah. There are days when I have those moments. But it is time for us to go. So Stan, why don't you say goodnight to everybody?
Good night, everybody.
Stacy, why don't you say goodnight, everybody?
Good night.
I say goodnight. Thank you guys for joining us. Everybody who is still on, you guys are awesome. It is hard to grab a cheeseburger out of my pocket with those gloves. You are correct. Those are not pocket cheeseburger gloves. What do you do? But you guys are awesome. Thanks for hanging out. And go make stuff.
Go make stuff.
Bye.